What is up, everybody? Caprico here with a Payday 2 video and challenge that we are accepting. As you can see, my loadout was very basic, and now you're seeing a brief overlay of what we're doing. And yes, we're doing Shadow Raid, but what makes this Shadow Raid different? Well, we're doing the Shadow Dance Challenge. What is the Shadow Dance Challenge, that you might ask? Well, the Shadow Dance Challenge is go in on Overkill Victory. I need to wake up a little bit here. Go in on Overkill difficulty using only the Shimano 88 pistol and the Amcar rifle. Now, these are the two rifles that you get at the beginning of the game. Now, notice that our detection ratings are at 12. Well, and we definitely have enough specs that, or definitely have enough levels that we could spec out to be at least a little lower, or at least under 10. Detection. Well, that's because we're doing it no skills. No skills at all. Zip, zilch, nada. It was a good run. Anyway, so right here we're going to try and dupe the thermal paste here. This will be very helpful if we do, and we do. So, as we're running across here, we're just giddy and giddy and giddy and laughing and laughing and laughing, because we haven't been able to do that in like a year. Anyway. So, what is the plan? Well, my plan is to take the sewers and get all the bags from the center of the warehouse that I can, and at this point, Duo is going to run back up, and Duo and I have been playing games together for forever, and this is one of the games that we've been playing for forever, like almost since it came out, and we're still not super infamous. But that's because we jump around to a bunch of other games. We just like coming back to this one every once in a while because it's a nice little stealth co-op stealth game that we can do, because yeah. Now, usually my first runs usually end up with me getting caught or something like this, as this was one of our first run. Even though it looks like I clipped it and this could be any different run, I will assure you that this is our first run. Now, the first thing I do always, no matter what Shadow Raid difficulty I'm doing, I always climb up this manhole to grab this, and this is also a nice little spot, especially if you're guy that is running the warehouse floor or is running outside in the front door. Grab the crowbar there. It's a nice little exit for him to get out. Now, since we got 3 pace and that door was still there, sometimes that door isn't there, sometimes it is. If you're able to dupe it, you always have that, at least with 2 people anyway, you always have that option to go straight to the bag zipline that we bought with some favors. Now, usually, if you've seen anything else, you're thinking, whoa, there wasn't a cocaine thing by that box, or that white box straight out of the manhole? Yeah, they patched that a while ago, like a long time ago. I shouldn't even be talking about it because it's probably old news. But anyway, with that crowbar, I now have the ability to open these crates, and our biggest concern with doing this was, one, not getting caught like I almost did just then, and getting as many bags as we could secured as possible as we could, meaning that when we had bags out, and like for me in the sewer, we could just run them over to the bag zipline. Now, using the bag zipline is great. The only problem is that sometimes there is a guard posted outside, and sometimes you have to take care of him. And my only concern there would be, if I had to take care of him, would be that I only have a Shimano 88, not the greatest power tool, and then my and that would be the only thing I can use because I didn't have my Amcar silenced at all. Here, Duo's getting detected by some random civvy. At this point, we started to figure out that Duo's not in the greatest spot for in the front courtyard of Shadow Raid where all the boxes are. He's not exactly in the best spot in terms of guard routes and civilian routes. So we decide, okay, this may be a good time for us to just start like booking bags to the... I know we're only like 3 minutes in, almost 4, but it's like, when we wanted to finish this challenge as soon as possible, because we knew that this would be we thought it would be really difficult. So as we keep moving on here, get the money bag, all this other stuff, money bag, assault weapons, and as I did a mistake here, leaving that bag there next to the door. If there was a guard that came through, and here I'm checking to see if that guard is around the corner, and he was not there, so I didn't have to worry about that. But leaving that bag on the floor, it was basically in view of the door. I don't know. I've never seen a guard come even close to this room or go through this room at all because there's usually a guard posted outside right where I just looked. And there wasn't one, so I wasn't too concerned about it. But I would not recommend doing that on a normal basis or a Death Wish basis. I don't know. But anyway, at this point, I'm level 36, so but at the same time, you have to remember that we're not using any skills, nothing there, and it's super difficult, especially if you know what you're doing. It's one of those just keep cool. Just think of it as if you were playing something like, I don't know, what's a good stealth game? Think of it if you're playing, no, Dishonored had skills. I don't know. Something where you would just, I'm trying to remember. Payday is one of those games that just has some like aspect of individuality in between or amongst them, and almost getting detected in 3, 2, 1, and almost got detected there. Also, another thing that I will state, I was sprinting up there, and I was also standing. And also there was a glitch there in Hawkshead where I was able to pinpoint where that guy was, where he went, because his health showed up, so I just waited and didn't see him. So I would have stayed here a lot longer before poking my entire body back out and running back out onto the warehouse floor. So at this point I'm thinking, oh, okay, he must not have gone, and that was a weird glitch, and oh, there he is. So he might have walked in, or he might have gone through the other doorway. Another thing I would not recommend was my sprinting. I live on the edge, and we were also trying to get done as fast as possible because Duo was having some issues with the guard routes and civilian routes, as you can see here. Now, note the time here. Usually these take a little longer for us to do, especially when we want to get all the bags. And right now we're just pushing and pushing, and I'm the only one that's gotten any bags, and Duo's got at least a couple next to the truck. So right now we're at about 7 or 8 bags that are ready to go. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Keep on running, keep on running, keep on running. This is the life of Payday. Anyway, so any tips that I can think of for doing this? If you're a veteran of Shadow Raid, just play it like you normally would, just at all times. If you do happen to have a size doesn't matter suppressor for a pistol, I would definitely put it onto the Shimano 88, just because then you have a silence pistol, and yes, you can bring attachments in, and at this point Duo is getting like 80 and 90% detection rating, and we thought we were done there, but we weren't, which is nice. Yeah, he gets real close sometimes, and our hearts are both like gone. We like to joke that our cardio is Payday, but it's not. Anyway, so at this point, we're looking pretty good. We've got 5 bags in. I noticed that there's another crowbar there that we could probably grab if Duo wanted. And we decide, okay, we're doing pretty good. Let's go down. Duo's got 3 bags in hand. He's got 1 bag on him, and he's got 2 bags of the trucks. And oh no, he tripped a camera. So that camera is going to spark because I put the ECM down. And oh well, maybe was that a camera? No, I don't think it was a camera, but that was a guard that was going to call security eventually, and we were gonna be alerted. So yep, it was. It might have been a camera. So at this point, we're scrambling, and we remember that there was the crate that came in. And we were like, oh, great, it's going to be right here. It's going to be something quick. And it's an artifact. At this point, Duo and I are, like, thinking, are we even going to make this? I try throwing it. It's not going to work. I'm just going to grab it and just huff it. And this is the slowest that you can carry this item, and it takes 20 seconds to get there, and I grabbed it at 40 seconds. So we made it just barely, and I'm even bunny hopping as much as you can with the artifact that you can bunny hop. But anyway, so there you have it. Even with us botching it up and just rushing it, we completed the side mission. And you can we'll even prove it to you here that this isn't just some like splash screen. I even go into the crime net even and grab it, and this was our first attempt. It was not done more than one time. It was hoofda. I mean, even just watching it was stressful because I remember how stressed we were. And here we get a couple of I get a material, and he gets a gun mod. He gets a discreet grip, which is nice, and I got a nice little material there. Not an infamous, but still nice. So here we're gonna leave the respective lobby that we have. My suit changed for some reason. And we go into side jobs, and here you can see Shadow Dance complete. That's the monthly job done. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful afternoon, evening, night, or even start of your morning. Wow, I can't talk. Anyway, have a good day, and goodbye.